When a major crisis hits a typical company, the response is almost entirely predictable. You end up in a boardroom full of executives pointing fingers, flipping through a 50-page slide deck that nobody wants to read, and leaving an hour later with zero accountability. In the world of lean manufacturing, this specific type of unproductive arguing and data bloat is called muda. It is a waste of time and collective intellect that prevents organizations from moving forward. To fix this, Toyota didn't buy a massive enterprise software suite. They banned the slide decks entirely and replaced them with a strict spatial constraint. This is a standard A3 piece of paper. It measures exactly 297 by 420 millimeters, and that highly restricted area is designed to act as a funnel. The physical limits of the page create a psychological shift. You no longer have the room to hide behind corporate buzzwords or vague excuses. Space mathematically restricts you to only the most vital, proven facts. The architecture of an A3 report splits down the middle, perfectly mapping to the cycle of plan, do, check, and act. The top left quadrant demands you start at the gemba, the actual site of the problem. You're forbidden from making assumptions from a desk. Consider a warehouse facing a sudden spike in tripping accidents, which is rapidly destroying workplace morale. By going straight to the floor, the investigator collects raw data. They find extension cords and pneumatic air hoses scattered across the main walking paths. The lack of space on the paper forces the investigator to use the 5 whys methodology to drill past the symptom, the loose cables, down to the root cause, a flawed architectural layout that placed power connections away from the actual workstations. The strict structure of this left side prevents leadership from jumping to immediate conclusions. It demands a mathematically unbroken line of logic from the symptom to the source. Once the problem is understood, we move to the right half of the page to plot our countermeasures. A rigid rule applies. Every proposed action must draw a direct logical link back to the root cause on the left, preventing random, superficial solutions. For our warehouse, the answer involves more than just taping down cables. It requires standardizing a completely new layout design policy for the entire facility, ensuring future workstations are built with integrated power supplies. This warehouse solution demonstrates the efficiency of the A3 as a reporting tool. However, fixing the floor was only a byproduct of the document. Its primary objective lies elsewhere. Toyota treats the A3 as a hidden curriculum. It functions as a mechanism to develop systematic, scientific thinkers across the entire organization. In typical corporate management, an executive signs a proposal and moves on. In lean management, the leader acts as a rigorous coach. They do this through a process called catchball. The manager and the employee stand at the machine, tossing ideas and questions back and forth over the draft paper. The manager applies pressure to verify the integrity of the work. They demand proof that the employee collected the data themselves at the actual site, rather than relying on system logs from a computer. Then they challenge the logic. They ensure the identified issue is truly a root cause, and not merely a symptom of a deeper organizational disease. Repeating this process destroys departmental silos. It trains ordinary employees to think like systematic problem solvers. The next time a team member brings you a crisis, do not give them the solution. By handing them a blank A3 paper instead of an answer, you force them through the cognitive process required to become a leader.